Hi everyone, this is Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you much for watching. Thank you for listening. Whether you're here in the United States or abroad, we're very grateful to have you with us and part of our Voices for Voices family and all our subsidiaries as well, including uh, the mythical creatures around the world. Uh, can't do this without you. So we are so grateful for you. If you could do us a couple favors that are free and give us thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost, maybe even get your phone out and share the Voices for Voices podcast with 25 or 50 or 100 contacts in your phone. And that would be very much appreciative as we continue our journey to reach and help at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. We have big goals, we dream, and uh, we follow those dreams until they come true. So we are on that path because of you. Thank you very much. So we'll cover couple topics here today. The first one, uh, a little sentimental. Uh, I guess that's probably the best way to say it, and it may not seem like a huge deal to some of you. It's okay. We have 515 plus other episodes, so I'm sure you'll find at least 50 or 60 or 200 that would tickle your fancy. So I was at the gym earlier today and I my memory kind of left me for a few. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to remember what body part I was working out today. So yesterday I did chest. So usually chest and back go together. I'm trying to split it up. So I'm doing like one body part, or if I do two, like if I do curls or for biceps, then I would maybe do forearms. And so there's multiple exercises for each of those. On other days, I will just do uh, like yesterday I did, or recently I did shoulders, and shoulders was just a killer workout. It felt really good. So you feel the burn. It's how you know that you're waking those muscles up. I'm waking them up from over 20 years ago. So it's great to see that they're still there. Uh, so today I couldn't quite put my finger on what what I was gonna do, what I was gonna work out. It was gonna work out. I just didn't know how. And and I hadn't done any cardio, specific cardio, whether it's a treadmill, stair climber, rowing machine, bike, you name it, stair climber. I think I might have said that one twice. It's all right, it happens. And and so that's what I decided to do because as I mentioned, I'm not in the whole working out game to be in a competition. I mean, I just wanna I just want to be a little more active than what I have been over the past many years. So I did the bike for, I think it was 30 minutes. And then this kind of brought back memories from when I had my shoulder surgery. So back when I was in high school, there was a basically they called it a bone spur, and so what they did is they made three small incisions, one in the front, one on the side, one on the back, and then they the surgeon then went in and took the bone uh, because it was affecting how I was throwing the baseball, and and so that's what that surgery was about. There's recovery time, and I never really recovered because I had to learn how to throw the ball, and I just never, my mind and my anxiety part of it is rooted there of um yeah. So I remember the rehab for that and where I went for rehab, I did many exercises, right, to get my shoulders stronger. Um, and one of those I guess workout methods was, usually you'll have like the bike, right? So the feet will be moving like you're riding a bike or stair climber, like the feet like you're climbing upstairs or the treadmill, uh, and all those things. Well, there's also this machine that, like, if you would ride the bike, that'd be for your legs, but it was for your arms. So it was basically like a bike for your hands and arms. And so there were two grips, and then you just, like you were riding a bike, forwards and then backwards. And I would do that for, I don't know, 5, 10 minutes to get kind of warmed up. So that was many years ago. And today was the first day that I saw a machine just like that. And so it took me back to, in my mind, it took me back to those days of when I was doing the rehab for my shoulder. But it actually felt good because there was actually a couple of pieces of tape on the screen. So I'm guessing that the electrical part of the unit was not working, but the actual, pedaling with the arms and hands and shoulders and all that, forwards and backwards, that wasn't broken. So I just kind of did forward for a little bit. I didn't even count the time. And did backwards, and I did that twice. And I felt a little bit at peace. And you might be saying, well, how's this even relatable? We're so stuck on numbers and how many people viewed our social media, how many people watch them, how long did they watch, where did they come from, what app did they come from, Spotify, did they come from Apple, uh, what country, what city, what state, what province, and how many. And so there's all these numbers. And so it was a little bit refreshing that that screen didn't work because then it didn't take my mind to look at a screen, another screen, to see like, oh, Justin, you're only doing whatever the speed is, right? So the faster you go, the higher the speed goes, the more calories you burn, and it kind of goes from there. Whereas on the bike, it had all the numbers, it had the calories, it had the distance, uh, and a few other numbers, time. So you get your time. So the one I was on was a 10-minute increments. So you could either start at 0 and then and then the number will go up until you get 10 minutes, or it'll go 10 minutes and then down until you hit zero, colon 00. And that's one thing that I got to thinking was, again, we've already done an episode on numbers, so you can check that out. But today was another one of those days where the numbers and the screens, it was again, it was helpful to have a screen that wasn't working because I got to just do what my body was feeling. When I was feeling tired, then I stopped. When it wasn't, then I just kept going. So all in all, I probably did maybe 15, 17 minutes total on that particular the arm bike, or whatever the proper name is. And then I did 30 minutes on the bike. And and so I felt good because I did things different than I had been doing the last 2 weeks. And yeah, the arm machine again, that brought me back many years ago to my surgery and my rehab. But what I failed to realize was when I was rehabbing, I did have specific markers that I was supposed to hit. Like if there was a certain speed, I was supposed to, get that number or higher for the period of time. And I don't remember if it was 5 minute increments or 10 minute. That part doesn't matter. But I was chasing a number, and today I wasn't. So it felt good, at least for the arm bike. And then the sentimental part was, and it has been, I just haven't brought it up, is lots of different people go to the gym for lots of different reasons. And I, my dad, when he was still here on Earth, one of the things he liked to do was to walk. So he'd go to the mall and he'd walk inside, he'd walk outside, he'd walk in the neighborhood depending on the weather. And he always would say, this is what, my retirement, this is what I'm being paid to do right now, is the walk. And at the outset of my dad's cancer diagnosis, he had a walker, not a cane. He didn't have a cane, he had a walker. And so all the doctors are saying, if you can get up and exercise, like just walk around the house. And he would do that. And and then there became a time where he was unable. Uh, and so when I was at the gym today, I don't know what these individuals, I don't know if they have health concerns, if they're just using a walker just for balance, I don't know. But there was a track at the gym, and it kind of goes, uh, I mean, it goes around where all the equipment and all the basketball hoops and aerobics and cycling and all those. So as I'm either working out with the weights, or like today I was doing more of the cardio with my legs and my arms, I was able to look around a little bit more. And there were, I think, two today. One for sure. I think there was two. If there wasn't two today, then it was yesterday. But there were these gentlemen who were walking around this track with their walker, and they weren't going real fast. Didn't matter. Kind of like the arm bicycle that I used. Um, I wasn't concerned about the numbers. I wasn't concerned about how fast, how many calories. I was just concerned about doing something a little bit different, and that way it kind of helped loosen up my muscles, my arms, my legs a little bit for tomorrow being an off day. But when I looked up and I saw these gentlemen, they're walking around the track at their own pace, and they were just walking with their walker. And it kind of, not kind of, it did remind me of my dad when he was able to use the walker. And I kind of saw a little bit of my dad, or a lot of my dad, and these gentlemen that were doing the walking with their walker. Because my dad, that's what he would, as long as he was able to do it, he would do it. And so the fact these gentlemen were doing it, it was just, again, just brought back a memory of when, my dad was able to walk on his own. And then when he was, um, where his balance wasn't quite as great, he would use a walker and he would walk around the house and get exercise. And there was some physical therapy for a little bit of time, trying to help his muscles get a little bit stronger. So I think, like I did today, maybe you have at some point, sometime, where you see someone or someone's, more than one person, and it takes you back to a time, especially if your loved one has gone to heaven, where we see our loved one. Like I saw my dad with these gentlemen who were walking with their walker. I mean, they had to drive the car, they had to get out, they get their walker out. I mean, and I guess what I've noticed so far at the particular gym that I go to, like there's no judging, at least that I witnessed. And so nobody was there making fun of them, or which would have been totally inappropriate if people would be doing that. Totally inappropriate. But they weren't. And like when I used to go to the gym many years ago, I had I felt like I needed to wear like gym workout attire, like either shorts or jogging pants or what have you, and maybe a t-shirt. But I went today and just casual clothes, and uh, nobody was like, "Why are you wearing what you're wearing?" Like, and that makes me just feel good, like, because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for one of the things I was looking for in a gym was kind of that no judgment zone where people wouldn't judge, well, what you're wearing, how much weight you're lifting, anything like that, whether you're using a walker or a cane to walk. There's none of that. If anything, people are helpful and helping those individuals if they need help. And so it makes me feel good that, again, I'm only a couple weeks in, so we'll continue on this kind of vlog journey at the gym. But it's kind of refreshing after we watch the news, listen to the news, read the news of how divided people seem to be over certain issues. And so when I go to the gym and I just see people being people, nobody's, walking around with a D on their shirt or R or an I or an L for libertarian. Nobody cares, at least from what I've noticed, which is good because as I've mentioned on a few earlier episodes, when I work out, I just want to go and work out and I want to leave. I just want to be done, and if if somebody's talking and I'm in a conversation, I know it's going to take me that many minutes longer to finish my workout, especially since I'm not a talker at first, but somebody's, getting a conversation, I'll I'll talk for quite a while, as as you probably can tell. So I think the big message out of this episode is, be kind to others, meet them where they're at. If somebody needs help and you're available, and holding a door open, helping somebody down the steps, and then they use their walker, or up the steps and then they use their walker to walk. It's a little bit refreshing, and for that period of time, it takes my mind off of just all the things that are happening. More so when I do the weights. When I do the bike, I have my mind has a little more free time because it's a continuous thing. So the 30 minutes it's a continuous. Whereas when, I work out with free weights or weight machines, you know, I, whether I do 8 or 10 or 12 or 15 or 25 repetitions, it, that part's continuous. Each set of 10, each set of 15, each set of 25. It's all just broken up into sets. So then my mind just goes, okay, one set on this machine. Now I need to go over here. And so it's really taking up mental capacity, mental energy more than I'm sitting riding a bike or even doing the arm bike. Uh, Nonetheless, even taking my mind off things for just a little bit of time, whether that's seconds or minutes, for me, that's all I can ask for. That's what I'm really aiming for, is to try not to think about the what ifs. What if this? What if that? What if this? What if that? Doesn't do any good. So whether it's the gym or something else, another hobby, that could be something that takes your mind off of some decisions that you have to make coming up, some decisions that we put off. And so yeah, I've done a lot of episodes about the gym. And the reason why is because I haven't been going to the gym for what is it, the over 500 episodes. So I feel like this is a way that I can share and talk again, very transparent on what's happening and how's it going, and it might relate to you or somebody you know. So thank you, excuse me. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the show. Again, if you can give us a thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost, uh, share our podcast, share our Voices for Voices podcast and TV show with maybe 25 contacts in your phone. We'd greatly appreciate that. And those are all things that are free to do. So until next time, let's celebrate the voices of everybody and let's be a voice for ourselves and somebody else in need. Bye for now. We'll see you next time.